After boarding the plane, I realized that my window seat had already been taken by a pregnant woman. She spoke as if it were the most natural thing in the world. "I'm pregnant. This seat is more comfortable. You can just sit somewhere else." Her husband, sitting beside her, had his legs crossed and didn't even bother to look up. I didn't argue. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't call a flight attendant. Instead, I calmly pulled out my phone, paid to upgrade to first class, and quietly sat there sipping wine and eating steak. 13 minutes later, a wave of crying erupted from economy class. A flight attendant rushed over to find me, clearly panicked. "Ma'am, could you please come back for a moment?" I set my glass down slowly. On what grounds? She didn't know that the money I had just spent wasn't for comfort. It was to teach her a lesson. A lesson that would leave her crying so hard she could barely catch her breath, her voice breaking into pieces under the roar of the airplane engines, as if everything noisy and chaotic from the world below had been left far behind. My name is Chloe Reed. I'm 28 years old. I had just wrapped up a grueling 2-week international business negotiation. Both my body and mind were completely drained. The only thing I wanted was to sit in the window seat I had booked in advance, look out at the clouds, and finally relax. The ticket had been booked by my assistant a week earlier. Seat 15A, window seat. I had specifically asked for it. Dragging my carry-on suitcase, I walked down the narrow aisle. Around me were all kinds of noise. Children crying, couples whispering, conversations overlapping. Every sound stretched my already exhausted nerves tighter. Finally, I reached row 15. I stopped and frowned. Sitting in my seat was a woman. A visibly pregnant woman, her belly already pronounced. She sat there completely at ease, as if the seat naturally belonged to her. I took a slow breath, suppressing the irritation rising inside me, and spoke as politely as I could. "Hi, I think that's my seat." Hearing my voice, she lazily turned her head and looked me up and down. Her gaze was filled with judgment and a hint of arrogance. "What is it?" she asked calmly. I pointed at the seat and showed her my boarding pass. "This is seat 15A, it's mine." Her eyes flicked briefly over the boarding pass, but she made no move to stand. Instead, she gently rubbed her belly and leaned back more comfortably. "But I'm pregnant," she said, "and I'm pretty far along. The window seat is more comfortable, and I won't get bumped by people walking in the aisle." Her voice wasn't loud, but it was loud enough for the surrounding rows to hear clearly. "You're young. Any seat is fine for you. Just consider it helping out a pregnant woman." Her tone was casual, as if my giving up the seat was the obvious and unquestionable thing to do. Before I could respond, the man in seat 15B spoke up. Her husband. He had been lounging there the entire time with his legs crossed, head down. Now he clicked his tongue impatiently without even looking at me. "It's just a seat. Why make such a big deal out of it? My wife is pregnant. Do you think she's lying to you? Just find another seat and sit down already. You're blocking the aisle and holding everyone up." His tone was even worse than hers. It was the way someone scolds a child who doesn't know better. Immediately, all eyes around us turned toward me. Some sympathetic, some curious, some quietly judging. In their eyes, if I didn't give in, I would be the unreasonable one. The husband continued pressing, his impatience turning into subtle accusations, working together with his wife as if they had done this many times before. If it were the old me, I might have compromised to avoid trouble,